Welcome back. We've got some breaking news out of Moscow, Idaho, and Pullman, Washington. Let's go right out to Chanley Painter, who is in Moscow. It looks like it's getting even colder out there. Chanley, what do you have for us tonight?
Yeah, it's cold here, but things are heating up, Vinny. We have just confirmed Bryan Kohberger's plane has landed at the Pullman Moscow Regional Airport. He's about 15 minutes away from making his way into this parking lot behind me and being dropped off at the Latah County Jail. Our crew on the ground there at the airport observed his plane land. He was put into a truck. The truck, he seemed to be wearing some sort of a blue hoodie at the time that he made his way into that blue truck, and he is now en route to the Latah County Jail and will be here in a few minutes, Vinny.
I would expect that to happen very quickly. If it's 15 minutes and they've got the sirens going and the lights flash, and they'll be there even quicker. Do we know what the process will be when he arrives there?
Well, it's unclear. We know that we expect he to go into this entrance. So they'll pull in this caravan. It's lined with media, the entrance into the parking lot to my left, and they'll pull up to the jail that is to my right. There's a main entrance there at the jail, Vinny, but there's also a garage that we see in several law enforcement jails like this. They may even open that garage and pull him in there and take him out, but we are on standby in case they drop him off, obviously, where we can see him and make his way into the building where he will be housed separately from everyone else.
And as we speak, what's happening around you? How big of a crowd? How much security? And how close are you to where he's going to be entering?
I'm really close. I'm standing as close as I can be without breaking the rules here on the courthouse and the jail property. To my left is the entrance into the parking lot, and it is lined with media from all over the nation. They have still photographers, video cameras, reporters here anticipating his caravan to pull into the parking lot here, go directly behind me, and then to my right, about 20 yards. There's actually police right now walking behind me, probably to come talk to us in the media so that we don't block any of the pathways as he is expected to arrive. More security here. And about 20 yards is the main entrance where he will likely enter into this jail.
All right, Chanley, stand by. I know you want to hear what directions police are giving you right now. I've got my think tank with me here in studio. Let's keep an eye on what's happening out there as well. Daryl Cohen, Molly Palmer, Noah Pines. He has a lawyer out there already. Will the lawyer be in the jail waiting for him tonight?
I mean, probably not, but she will, I assume, make a very quick and immediate visit, as immediate as her schedule allows. But tonight, probably he will just be booked, and we've heard that he's going to go to kind of a separate private cell, and she might see him as soon as tomorrow.
And what's that conversation like, Noah?
I mean, obviously, if it's their initial conversation, it's going to be fact gathering for the attorney. She wants to know a little bit about her client's background, what he knows about why
All she has to do is watch the news. We're learning everything about this guy.
It's pretty,
what do you want to know?
It's pretty impressive that you have his graduation video from college. I mean,
yeah.
I'm impressed.
And Daryl, what are your thoughts about this guy's background? This is a guy studying criminal justice, criminology.
Well, the fact that he was weird means nothing to me. There are eccentric people all over, so that throw it away. The fact that he has his background educationally tells me that if he's convicted, and I think he will be, or he'll plead guilty at some point.
Say, no, we got him.
It's a definite,
we're halfway down. All right, let's take a look, folks. We see some cars arriving right now. Looks like a caravan of sorts. So my guess is this may very well be the arrival of the accused Idaho killer at the jail and courthouse, which is connected to it. Do we have any microphones from there that we can hear so we can kind of hear what's happening there? There we go. Again, there's a caravan arriving. I would expect there to be a caravan. I don't know if Chanley is on microphone right now, if she can speak with us and kind of give us a play-by-play of what she's seeing. Is Chanley there? Here she comes. I saw her ducked under the camera. I saw her. But I mean, there's got to be security. You need security in a moment like this. This is the highest profile criminal case in the nation right now. You want to make sure the presumed innocent Molly Palmer defendant remains safe. Do we have Chanley on microphone? I kind of hear her rumbling around.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
We got you, Chanley. What are you seeing?
All
What are
right,
you
Vinny.
hearing?
Yes. So what we are seeing, the police, the authorities that walked to this part of the parking lot didn't speak to this side of the road. They're focusing on the other side, maybe to make sure that they don't block the driveway here. But as you could probably see in our shot, the media lining the entrance to the parking lot where we expect the caravan to enter and escorted. So as soon as we see like police lights, we expect that to be the caravan. I'm also seeing increased security in the parking lot behind me, right where the entrance to the sheriff's jail is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 police officers in the parking lot. So we expect him to drive here where you see the media crowding the parking lot and up past our live shot to the front entrance. In fact, I also see some cars pulling out. Maybe they're making some room for that caravan to make the way into the parking lot.
Chanley, just before you went on microphone, we saw some cars drive by in that road. Were those police vehicles, or were those just members of the media?
No, those were not police vehicles. Those could be community members driving by. Like I told you earlier, a lot of spectators to come and see what's happening here at the courthouse complex. Could have been some media too, but likely just people that live close by that are trying to see for themselves what's going on here.
All right, folks, if you're just joining us, big breaking news. This is Moscow, Idaho. The accused killer has landed at the airport, is on his way to the jail. That's where this camera is. That's what you're looking at. Court TV legal correspondent Chanley Painter is there with us. She is observing what's going on with us and has a first-hand look at it. So the road that's behind you, Chanley, so it's possible that that's where the caravan will arrive?
That is what we are expecting. This is the backside of the courthouse and the jail where the back parking lot is. And what we have been hearing from those that work here, that this is where the entrance will be. And what we anticipate, based on where I see the increased security of the deputies and Idaho State Police officers in the parking lot, I think that we are correct that this is the entrance. However, I do see some media trying to make their way around other sides to make sure all 4 corners of this property are covered just in case. But this is what we expect to see. Now, what direction this caravan will come in, that is up in the air, whether or not they'll come from our right or left. We know they're coming from Pullman, so that means they will actually reach this back parking lot from the front side of this courthouse in order to get to the back side. So they're coming, of course, from the west, moving east.
All right, Chanley Painter, stand by. We're going to sneak in a quick break. Unless this is the car. Is that the car? No. Not. You're going to see it, folks. We are just moments away from the accused Idaho killer arriving back in Moscow to face justice.
Today.
Big breaking news, folks, just moments ago. Here it is, the arrival of the accused killer in Idaho. This is outside the Moscow jail in Latah County, Idaho. Small caravan, big case, folks. Not sure which one of those vehicles he is in, but there he is. This is the arrival at the jail tonight. Biggest case in the country in the small town of Moscow. I believe Chanley Painter is with us on the ground. Chanley, describe for us what you saw, what you heard, what happened.
Hey, Vinny, yeah, it was all of a sudden, no sirens, just a caravan, about half a dozen Idaho State Police vehicles and Latah County Sheriff's deputy vehicles. Quickly speeding, I would say, actually, driving into the parking lot here and to an area that cannot be seen from the sidewalk where we're only allowed to be. We have video of that side garage of entrance of the jail, and it is believed to be where they actually dropped him off. So we're limited in our view, but they had well, maybe a dozen extra securities flanking and staging the area here outside of the jail to make sure the media stayed where we're supposed to be and to make sure this was a smooth transition, because we can't see what's happening when he's being dropped off. We don't hear any media asking or throwing questions at him because we are unable to see what happened once they made their way past the barricade here in the parking lot, Vinny.
So, Chanley, and we're looking at the picture right now. So your perspective is back across the street, not letting you close enough to see whether, you know, what he looked like when he got outside, how he was shackled, how he was handcuffed. And again, I'm looking here, and these are live pictures that we have right now. So it's not clear whether or not, was he taken inside? Do they have one of those, I think they call them Sally ports? Where you, thank you, Noah. Noah with us here. They do, so he was brought inside.
Yes, that's what it appears to be, because I have my eyes on the front door. The other entrance opportunity here, he did not go in there, Vinny. So it seems as though they went out of view of us into the Sally port, and he was transported from there. We're waiting to see the vehicle exit. Again, he's in a truck, a pickup truck. The truck that we witnessed drive through in our shot, that's what our team on the ground at the airport said he was put in the pickup truck, and that has not reemerged to our sights yet, Vinny.
All right, Chanley Painter on the ground outside the courthouse and jail in Moscow, Idaho. Think tank with me as we continue looking at these live pictures. Tomorrow, what do you expect tomorrow to happen inside the courtroom? What arraignment?
I mean, if there's a first appearance hearing, which there could be tomorrow, could be another day. You know, it's a case where this judge, magistrate judge, probably won't be able to give him a bond, and it'll be set, as we talked about, for a preliminary hearing, and maybe potentially a bond hearing. Nor, you know, would you want a bond hearing yet on a case like this. You want a preliminary hearing. It's something I want in every case. I get in maybe 5% of my cases these days, but it's an opportunity for me to understand what evidence the state has.
In this instance, there's going to be a preliminary hearing, because regardless of whether he's granted a $10 billion bond or none, as I suspect, they're going to have a preliminary hearing. So we will learn a lot more at that time.
But tomorrow is not going to be the preliminary hearing. Tomorrow is going to be short, succinct, kind of performative. They're just going to read the charges against him, but the unsealing of the probable cause affidavit, I think, will be more about this case than we have gotten to know thus far.
Let me ask you this. Do you think it gets unsealed? There's a gag order. This judge has issued a gag order, so no one can talk about it. That probable cause affidavit will speak volumes, but do you think the defense will say, hey, don't unseal it because, oh, I don't know, everyone's going to hear one side of the story, but then the defense is prohibited by this gag order to give their side of the story?
I suspect we know pretty much what's in there based upon leaks. And so what we know, DNA, all the sorts of things that we've already discussed that have been on air, the defense may not want it out there, but it's there.
Vinny, no good defense attorney would give their side of the story now. I mean, just you don't have the facts.
Are always complaining about pretrial publicity. You always have an open invitation on my show to give your side of the story. All defense attorneys across the country.
I've used it before.
Right. So there is a time and a place for that.
There is a time and a place.
When you have an innocent client.
When you have an innocent client, and when you have the facts, when you have the evidence before you.
Normally,
you can see that in other cases where lawyers go on national news and they're like, my client, you know, in Murdoch, my client had an alibi. He was visiting his father at the hospital. That came from his lawyer's mouth. Apparently he wasn't. I mean, that's bad.
That could be problematic.
That's really bad.
That's why you say KYD BMS. Keep your damn big mouth shut.
Molly?
Look, I mean, I agree with my colleagues here that it's too soon for a really good defense lawyer to make a public statement. Good defense lawyers are going to get a handle on the facts, on their defense, and then potentially say something to the media. But it's always better. like Daryl said, to keep your mouth shut.
I'd
at
waive
this
the first
stage
appearance
in
too.
the
I've
game.
done that in cases.
Right.
Just waive it.
I waived it. Yeah, I didn't want my client to have to appear on TV or video. Just
All
waive
right.
it.
Well, you're an enemy of us.
Yes, I am an
Do that
enemy,
for that
of
reason.
course.
Chanley Painter, we're looking again. I think Chanley's still with us. I'm hoping she is. We're looking at a replay of the vehicle showing up, and it looks like that pickup truck was number 2 or 3 in the line there. Any movement out there at this point? We have about 2 minutes left in the show.
Same situation. Everyone out here is trying to figure out what is happening. Vinny, we have not seen Kohberger emerge from any of the vehicles we can see. So that's what we do know. Again, there's the Sally Port that's on the side of this Sheriff's Department building that they could possibly have been in. And right now, there's no movement except for some of the sheriff's deputies' vehicles parked out front of the main entrance, as you can see in our shot, and just a lot of media. I mean, dozens and dozens of people, not just media, Vinny, but there are community members here.
Yeah. Such
people
a
that
big
live
story.
Here, young people here with their cell phones. So, yes, this is this big spectacle.
Absolutely. Chanley Painter live in Moscow for us tonight. Thanks so much, Chanley. Hopefully you find a warm place when that's all done. Daryl Cohen, Molly Palmer, Noah Pines, Think Tank here in studio. Thank you all so much. Appreciate your time, your expertise. We'll see you again real soon.